Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is our next step of our remodeling project here on the side room. If you watch some of our other videos about the termite damage, we ended up replacing all the walls in here. And this floor was a carport or garage at some point, so it has a slope that was poured into it, and it's pretty harsh. It actually has a 4-inch drop from one side of the room to the other. And what we're going to do is we thought about putting some self-leveler in here, pouring it in, but it's going to be a lot of work, a lot of money. So the next step was going to be to just fur up a wooden floor, a subfloor, and kind of level it out that way. So we're going to do that in this video. But the first step is we're going to seal this concrete, because I'm 99% sure they didn't put a vapor barrier under it when they poured it originally, which means we have the chance of moisture evaporating through the concrete. We're going to try this Rustoleum moisture stop, and basically with this product, from what they say, you just roll it on or squeegee it on the floor, and it's going to create a vapor barrier on top of the concrete, which is hopefully going to avoid the moisture getting up underneath on the bottom of our subfloor. So what we're going to do now is get started with this, and then throughout the video we're going to level this floor. So I've opted to roll it, and I'm just going to pour it right on the floor, and we're going to roll it out. So shake vigorously with step 1, and this should do about 200 square feet on old concrete. So let's try it. All right, so I got this just about rolled on, went on really quickly, good coverage with the gallon we got. And you might be asking, why don't I just put plastic down as a vapor barrier? And I had thought about that. However, some of this wood is gonna get so thin, I'm actually end up gluing it to the concrete, and therefore I didn't want that vapor barrier in the way. So I opted for this, and once this dries, we'll get on this and start framing. All right, guys, so we're back on it. Floor is dry. Today we're gonna get our level in here, make all of our measurements. So I got the laser set up. We'll go around. I found my high spot over in that corner there, and we're just going to measure down around the room and snap some chalk lines, and then also measure our 16 on center across the room. So going to get our layout done, and then we're going to start cutting wood. All right, so I got my laser running, and I'm marking 2 inches off. I determined that's the highest point in the room over on the other corner. So right here, I'm coming 2 inches down off my laser, made my mark, and now we're going to snap our lines to each corner. That way we have a nice level top of the subfloor that we're putting in. And then the next step is I'm going to mark my 16 on centers here. I should hold this on that pencil line near the bottom. You on the line?
Yep.
Hold it tight. Okay.
So as you can see, the difference from one side over to the other side. Huge difference.
So that's pretty much the gist of it. Every single one of these 2x4s is going to have to get tapered. We're screwing that one in the wall, and then 16 on center all the way across the whole room until we get a nice flat even surface. That's perfect. Start gluing, get the liquid nails out, and start gluing the boards down. Then we're going to put some weight on them to let it stick to the floor. That's something heavy. What?
Yeah, you're gonna have to sit out here.
Jokes for days. There you go, power lifter. Like Lou Ferrigno.
Huh?
You're like Lou Ferrigno. Alright, glue that first one down over there. Squiggly bead on it or something. Heavier. Maybe too much. Just a solid squiggle bead. There you go. And a little less squiggle. There you go. That's enough. You're gonna get like 3 tubes.
I don't have anything on there. Okay. I'm trying to spread it out because you told me to go heavier, and I went heavier, and then you told me to go lighter. Well, I gotta spread the wells here.
I mean, that is probably too thin. Here, let me show you. Let me do an example.
Like, make up your mind.
Like a bead, like you don't want to push it into it, you just want a full like toothpaste bead coming out. So there's some meat on the bone. I'm not using a whole tube and 2 feet.
Alright, well, you want me to flip it then?
Go ahead. Flip it.
Oh, I lay down. Larry?
I don't think you'd last a week on a job site without killing yourself. All right, guys, so we are finally done with the subflooring in here. As you can see, it is perfectly level down this room and it's ready to accept the carpet today. So we should get this room 100%. Baseboard's already in, everything's touched up, painted. To get us to this point, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, we had about a 4-inch difference in the floor. And the first thing we did was we put down the vapor barrier, which was the paint-on Rustoleum concrete sealant, and that's going to keep any moisture from coming up through our concrete and getting the wood underneath this wet. So that's hopefully going to block all that. Then we used pressure treated lumber that came in contact with the concrete. So again, just another step there so we don't get any moisture into our concrete. And then lastly, we glued and screwed it to the concrete and got it all level, cut our wedges and put our subfloor in. So here we are, perfectly level and ready for carpet. So if you guys have something where you need to level a concrete surface and you don't want to spend the time and money on self-leveler, this may be a good alternative. All in, we're probably 500 bucks in material, and we're at this point. All right, as you guys can see, we are done with this room and it's much more usable now. We got the carpet in, we got the vinyl tile in over there, got everything painted, and it's ready for furnishing. So if you guys like watching DIY stuff like this, subscribe to the channel and we'll see you guys on the next one.